The first mentor that you are to meet on earth should be your parents. Okay, I want you to look at this scenario now. Let's use the parents in this church as example. Consider that every parent in this church is well patterned after Christ. Consider that every parent in this church has godly values for life. Consider that every parent in this church has the fear of God. God so much designed it in a way that parents are supposed to first of all impart their children. The question now is, how many parents have this godly value? How many parents can prepare their children to overcome the challenges of the world out there? How many parents even understand the movement of the society so that they can train their children to be able to partake and overcome the wickedness of the earth? Can you imagine if we started early to introduce our children to the scripture, and this scripture becomes part of them? They grow with this scripture. They grow with the values of life. There are things that even when the youthful pressure comes upon them out there, they may want to bear, but the nature that has been fabricated in them, the nature that has been given them, we tell them, you don't belong there. That is not the way to go. Don't give birth to children and you want them to live what you have in mind, not what you are an example of to them. If you're indeed a child of God, present God to them by living out God. But because parents have failed or are failing, you now discover that the children go out there to borrow other vessels that are not healthy. So we are beginning to have an unruly church, which is against the pattern